Damn, my shit.
All right, guys, this is our first podcast, Beyond Greatness podcast. This is the
Beyond
number one,
greatness.
and we're
Number
talking
one.
about the Matrix. You already know. So let's get into it,
Well,
man. Fucking. So what is the Matrix, bro?
well, first of all, not just the Matrix. Okay, we got many topics, but yes, we will start off with the good old Matrix. The one that we all live in, the one
Mm-hmm.
that we all know the best.
Yes,
Us
sir.
humans, that we're stuck in. But anyways, you asked me what is the Matrix?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, the Matrix. Well, Matrix is basically a system that all we humans know. That's all we know is well, I mean, the people who are conscious of the body that we're in and the system that we live in, we
Mm.
know what the matrix is. But for the people who are not aware or aren't really spiritual or, whatever the case may be, people who just don't have that crown chakra open. They don't know that it's called the matrix, or that they live in the matrix, but we do. But
Mm.
anyways, matrix is a system
Yeah.
that we're all stuck in, we're all chained to.
Yeah.
And from my experiences personally, I've realized that there's no way of unshackling your chains. You
No.
basically have to go with the system,
Yeah.
or else many things can happen to you,
Yeah.
aka getting arrested, aka
Yeah.
losing your sanity,
Get it shut up.
many other things like what yeah, getting shot in the streets, gang activity,
Yeah.
all over money, right?
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
all over money.
And just
I
take it
mean,
in, like the government just prints money like it's nothing, and yet we fight over it like it's like fucking like so valuable and so precious and rare. It's crazy.
what money?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they like to the system's built to put, fear into the society because that's what, that's how they control people. The
Yeah.
best is with fear.
Yeah.
So, they always like to tell on the news that, this country owes this much debt, our whole planet owes debt, even though it's like realistically, who the fuck do we owe? We don't owe anyone.
Yeah.
Like you the government prints like
Bro.
billions, trillions of dollars per day, quadrillions of
Yeah.
dollars per day, and then they're just gonna go ahead and hop on the news and say that, oh, we owe friggin' aliens, we owe we're in debt to the aliens,
Alien.
the green people.
Dude, like it's almost like dude, I'm pretty sure this is even like a one world government. So it's just like they say that each country owes this different country money, but it's like at there's like a fucking conference call. It's just like, yeah, haha, you definitely owe us $100 million. Yeah, for sure. And it kind of just makes us workhorses, bro. But like how I perceive the Matrix, and like this again, this is like we can't know for sure what we're experiencing right now, but I'm pretty sure most people can agree that we are spiritual beings living a human experience, right? We can all agree on that, right? So how I like to like distinguish is that, okay, imagine we go into a VR game, right? Now we're a human being living in a VR experience. That's how I kind of look at it, as is that none of this is real. My table right here that I'm sitting at is not real. None of this is real. It's just that we are in the system, so we perceive it as real. But at the moment we take off those quote unquote goggles, that is when we can actually see what is truly real. You know what I mean? So that's how I perceive it
Well,
as.
yeah, once you have the mental capacity, or if you're just a chosen one, you'll be able to take that blindfold off and realize that everything in the system is fake. Cities are the most man-made thing on the planet, which is basically fake. There's, GMO foods all over the place.
Yeah.
That's fake. What else? Like, there's people who live fake lives. They pretend to be something they're not. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fake things in this system that we live in this third dimension that we live in,
Yeah.
and it's just I've come personally, I've come to the realization that the only thing that's real is my own soul,
Yeah.
or my homie's soul, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, just going back to spiritualism, like that's pretty much like all that matters to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And in a world that's so fake, you just got to be real yourself, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's how
So,
you truly, yeah, facts. You need to be real
hmm
yourself so real shit comes to you. The moment you're fake, that's when fake and just garbage and bad shit just comes to you, you know? The more toxic stuff you put in your body, bad stuff you put in your body, the more bad stuff you attract, the bad stuff, you know. More bad people are going to come into your life, more bad energy is going to come into your life, more just everything bad is going to come into your
oh
life.
yeah,
It's facts.
hey
It's
man, these
facts.
people deal with it every day. Like these, there's just people like, especially in like relationships, like when it comes to loving a partner, like people just a lot of people don't even know what attraction is, like how to attract things. So
Mhm.
like their conscious is limited. So when they keep getting spouses and partners and significant others that keep on leaving them, they're just gonna question themselves more and more, when realistically you gotta come across the idea of trying to attract it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Facts.
So,
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Like, and just for everybody who's watching, man, like we're not saying that we're perfect, and we're not saying we have this one mindset that is the ideal mindset or the ideal. We're not saying anything that we're talking about is 100%, and because we're not 100% ourselves, we're not perfect. That's part of being human. We kind of just we just live day by day trying to do the best as we can, as most humans do, right? Um, but as we continue with this, man, but yeah, like 100%, like people try to force shit. So like that was how you brought up relationships. Like that was perfect. A lot of people go on like Tinder and stuff. That is like one of the most artificial and fake ways to find love. Like there could be like a handful of scenarios where like you meet this girl outside, you didn't you fucked up and didn't get her number or some shit, right? And then somehow you go on Tinder that one time and find her. That I can whatever maybe put aside and be like agreed with, but like honestly, just in general, like shit like Tinder and stuff like that is so artificial and just forced that it's not going to be like good. Like I'm not saying that all relationships on Tinder is gonna fuck up, like fucking fail and shit, but like you're forcing something that should come natural, and that's what we're trying to say is that, bro, like go out in the streets, go fucking go to the mall, go to these like nice innocent places, and then you could potentially find your girl there. We're trying to do that shit ourselves, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy, man. Okay.
well, that is true, but I would say that like it's just like everything comes with just controlling yourself, right? So like
Yeah, facts.
if you're hopping on Tinder just to get some pussy, like obviously you're not going to be, I mean, you might find what you're looking for maybe one or two times, but for the people, for an innocent person that's like, "Oh, I'll give Tinder a try," then they're actually trying to find like a long-term partner.
Yeah.
It could work out for them, but for the most part, we all know that Tinder and Bumble and all that stupid ass shit, um, it's it's most of the time it's toxic. But I mean, like you can find the good in anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I was saying. Like 100%. There's like moments where Tinder can be beneficial to somebody, but 9 times out of 10, it's just you're kind of just forcing shit. And yeah, like you were saying, bro, it's literally just for people trying to fuck. Like dead ass. Like it's literally just for people trying to fuck. Like you're not gonna like hardly ever find a relationship there. Like again, you could potentially, but most of the time it's just a dude and or girl trying to fuck. You know. So
Mm.
yeah. Okay, so then as we talk about this whole matrix shit, man, like how do we escape it? How do we go about trying to get out of the system? How do we break or somewhat or metaphorically break our shackles, if you know what I mean?
let's just say get used to our shackles
Okay, that's a
or
good way to.
become one with the shackle.
Okay.
But I mean, hey man, trying to break out of the matrix. I mean, there's let's just be real. In my opinion, there's not really a finish line.
No, no,
Um, yeah,
definitely
no,
not.
there's not there's not really a finish line. However, you could build a very good life for yourself that doesn't feel like you have fucking handcuffs, even though you still do. It's the Matrix. But like I said, there's ways, several ways to just build a life for yourself that will feel comfortable, even though you know you're still in the system.
Mm-hmm.
It will take a long time because,
You almost got to use the system to your advantage.
well, yeah, there's no other option, right? I mean, like, you
But
got to
see,
use
there's
the
there's two
system.
different type of people. There's people who use the system to their advantage to, like, yeah, better their life, but they also hurt people and destroy things in their way, if you know what I mean. But then there's the other person who uses the matrix to their advantage, but on the way there, they clean up stuff, they help out people, you know what I mean? They that's why there's those two. It's a balance type of thing where there's one person doing this destructive route and there's the other person cleaning up and giving a hand, if you know what I mean, you know. And dude,
Right.
like,
No, yeah. There's You could easily hurt people just by trying to build yourself.
yeah,
Um,
especially when the ego comes into play.
oh yeah, that is
Like
yeah, that's a big
if
no-no.
you feed your ego constantly, man, like that is such a destructive way of life. Cause like now you're just thinking that you're better than everybody, and like you're honestly one of the biggest NPCs in the Matrix. Cause you're not bettering your soul. Cause people look at it like, oh, I have a shit ton of money. I'm like my life is good. They think that's healthy for the soul. Like no, like yeah, money gives you somewhat of happiness, but like what actually betters your soul is like human good human interactions, your actual soulmate, fucking like just like nature, sun, good foods, you know, shit ton of water, drink a shit ton of water, that type of shit. Like that's what actually
Mm.
helps the soul. And I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like people
no,
get
people be putting diamonds on their mask, which is the ego, instead of putting diamonds on their own like soul, I guess.
yeah, facts.
Because
100%.
the ego is pretty much just a mask.
Yeah. But like short, like honestly, like long story short, man, like I generally feel like that, like, cause again, I'm still stuck in this shit. I still need to figure my shit out, and you know what? Like I still have a long path to keep going to, but I generally feel like to actually escape the matrix, you need to understand your worth and other people's worth, and you kind of have to have that perspective on like 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 this my body is my temple, like that you I'm pretty sure so many people heard about that whole thing where like if your soul's in your body then your body's your temple, right? You need to take care of your body. That's a good starting point of trying to break from the matrix, is focusing on your quote unquote temple, aka your body. So that means don't be doing some fuck shit with it. Don't be putting this artificial GMO shit in it, right? Can't be tattoos are a different story because hey, I look at it like, bro, I look at it like, yo, if our bodies are temple, why not decorate it? You know what I mean? Right?
Oh yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
tattoos are on dude, like whenever I see people who just think that people who have tattoos are complete idiots, I don't know, it pisses me off. See, I'm the type of person where like stupid opinions will piss me right off, even though like I'm not gonna go to them and
You're not gonna
friggin'
act upon it. You're just gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, what a fucking idiot type shit.
Yeah, what an idiot. Unless they like obviously if someone to come say it to my face and be like, "Yo, you tattoos are stupid, you're an idiot," then obviously
Yeah, that's a
like
different scenario.
least I would do is like talk back, right? Because like obviously that would just piss me off. But I
Mama
mean,
ain't raised no bitch.
people, fuck, like people got some stupid opinions, especially. Sorry to say, but like old people, like I don't know, they be tripping a lot, even though they didn't grow up with tattoos, I guess, or all this radical stuff. Still,
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
there's a lot of just old people that just fucking just kind of just sit and be angry and shit.
yeah. Not facts. Okay, so then since you brought up like old people and like how they are against a lot of what we like us younger guys and younger people do, so who are the people who fall victim to the Matrix? Like who do you or like describe the person that can fall victim to the Matrix?
Well, I guess super religious people
Mm,
because that's
mm,
probably the
yeah.
type of person that I've witnessed the most fall into the handcuffs of the system.
Oh yeah.
I would say like how should I say it? People raised in the hood, but that's a different story because when it comes to religion, it's like your life's not even at risk at all, but you're just like you're kind of just following something maybe because like your mother raised you to believe in that specific religion or whatever the case may be, but like it's just um they just it's really like they really get you with that religion stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like they really they
Yeah.
got people hooked, especially the innocent people that aren't too smart. I'm gonna be honest, they're not too smart, especially the old people. Like,
Yeah.
see, I'm Italian, so it's all Christianity, and
Yeah.
I got family members that you know they fall victim to like Christian rules.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, a bunch of other religions have rules too, and a lot of them are really dumb in my opinion. Um,
See, but that's
like
that. Sorry.
what's that one religion where the women are forced to completely cover themselves in like
Oh,
cloth or
don't don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's isn't it Muslims?
I don't know. I think so.
It's
Anyone in the comment
yeah.
section, don't get mad. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. But no, yeah, that in my opinion is like quite literally the most stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life.
And see, yeah,
Just
yo, I don't again, don't quote me on this, but like I swear I heard that like if the girl in that religion wears like white socks, it's like bad, like you could get like stoned and shit. Like it's like stuff like that, like minuscule stuff. Like they have to cover their body if they wear white socks and shit, like just like like what the hell?
yeah, no, it's pure stupidity in my opinion. I
And
don't give
then
a
like
shit.
the guy can have like 7 wives and they all
Yeah.
cook for him and
Yeah,
shit.
and he just treats them like shit
Yeah, it's
and
just
just
like
all
what the
this.
fuck?
It's fucked in my opinion. Listen, it's okay to be Muslim or whatever religion we're talking about. We don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
like
I'm not too
specifically what
sure.
it's called. We're just speaking on experience of what we witness. But yeah,
See,
no, it's fucked. Like, bro, these women are forced to just completely cover their body and be treated kind of like almost dogs. But like women, bro, women are supposed to show off their beauty.
yeah.
So what kind of fucking
Yeah.
religion how is that religion good for you y- if you're fucking like programmed to just cover yourself in fucking cloth and like people can't even see who you are under the fucking clothing.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. If you're a woman, like you're supposed that's how God or whoever it may be made
Yeah.
females so
Yeah.
they could show off their beauty, not to be fucking covered in fucking cloth and whatever, you
Yeah,
know?
no,
But
literally.
anyway.
No, but like I also think like that like how you're talking about religion, it just divides people even more. Like, so we already have like a division with people, but like religion divides us even more because now there's like what, like seven different fucking religions. So that means like there's seven different groups that are being divided, even though realistically, if you really think about it, they all believe in one thing, one higher power. Generally speaking, they all believe in one higher power, right?
Yep.
And it's like,
Yeah,
why
no,
is there
that's
there's different rules and different guidelines and different this and different that when it all comes up to one idea, a higher power, right? So
mhm.
it mind boggles me that there is like fucking seven, eight different fucking religions. And that's how
No,
war
there's
starts too.
hundreds. There's
Oh,
hundreds of
yeah,
religions.
yeah, I
There's
bet.
thousands,
I
bro.
bet. I
No,
bet.
yeah, yeah, like you said, all war is based on religion,
Yeah,
like
literally.
literally.
Yeah,
And
facts.
so, yeah, no, all the religions they believe in, like collectively. If you're to just summarize it all up, they all believe in either one or a handful or however it may be, but they believe in a god, a creator,
Mhm.
even though all these religions have different rules.
Yeah.
And if you really think deep about it, and if you're smart enough, you would realize that that is completely stupid.
Yeah.
That there's just multiple religions,
Yeah.
and that's why myself I'm omnistic, which is basically believing that all religions are right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, no, like you said, bro, it's all meant to divide us.
Yeah.
That's why our backgrounds are called race. That's why
Yeah.
it's called race. Like, just think about that word.
Yeah.
Like, people think, oh, that's just the word we use for it, but no, like, just think about it, bro. We call our backgrounds race.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah.
answer's right there.
Yeah. Facts. And like how you brought up
Especially,
race too, like dude, like so again, like there's a division with race too, with like how you see like just a bunch of like all these races, we're all divided against each other. But again, like how I was brought up that whole like VR experience and shit, man. Like none of this is real, man. Like when you die, all that's gonna be left is bones. Like skin doesn't matter if you really think about it. And I know there's a lot of people who have this thought where it's just like, yeah, like there's no point. I don't see what color you are. I hope you don't see the color that I am. Yeah, obviously it's human nature to actually fit like be like, oh, that's, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
in general, like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like we're all gonna die. And then, again, skin, like people are too stuck with this flesh on the bones, if you
Too
know what I
stuck to
mean.
what language the other person speaks, too stuck to what color they are, too stuck to what they believe in.
Yeah.
You know, there's a really hard. See,
Take off the goggles. Take off the
when the
goggles.
system does such a good job at dividing people, like there's not really a way to fix it, but that's just what's going on currently
Yeah.
is and what's been going on since like humans have came here. But
Yeah.
um yeah, man, like there's a lot of everything's meant to if you really look closely, everything's meant to divide us, race, color,
Yeah.
friggin'
Yeah.
languages we speak, country borders,
Mhm.
friggin' all this other stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. And it's not going
That's
to end, man, like and that's why like they're really trying to put the nail in the head with like just just really trying to do this propaganda type stuff nowadays, and they really want us to believe that the government has all the answers that we want, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of diverting, you know how we're just talking about like, oh, people have their gods and stuff and religion, whatever. But I feel like nowadays especially they the government especially want us to believe that they're God, that they have all the answers, that they can help them, that they can say be their saviors and shit. You know what I mean? And that's already a division there too. So it's just like every part of our lives is a division, and that's how they get us because together we stand, divided we fall. That fucking saying, you know what I mean? So the fact that that's what they want to happen, divided we fall. That's their main goal. Divided we fall. You know what I mean? They really want to nail that. You know. So it's just crazy because as humans we could all work together and make something fucking beautiful, but instead we're just too focused on minuscule bot like matrix stuff. You know what I mean? So It's just crazy at the end of the day. It's crazy. But on that note, what would you define like an NPC?
Yes, an NPC, a bot. I define an NPC as someone who just does not even know what they're doing with their fucking life. Period. um, they could be. There are. See, like, bro.
Okay,
Like, I.
would you say they have mob mentality? So like they
Mob.
go, yeah, they would go wherever the crowd goes. They won't actually like stand back and think for a second and decide what's
Yep.
actually going on. They just go with
Yep.
the crowd. If
Yeah.
the crowd's running out of that building, they're running out of that building too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're. See, that's what. That's why the term sheep
Yeah,
comes into play.
yeah,
Like, in my opinion, bots are people who are permanently stuck in the system. They don't know they're in the system. They don't know why they're in the system.
yeah.
They don't know, like,
And mind you, like NPCs are not bad people most of the time. They're not like assholes, and they're not like cruel people. You know, they're just lost, if you will. They're lost in the matrix, if you will. You know what I mean? They're not bad
they're,
people.
yeah,
They're not harming anyone. You know,
yeah,
if
they're
anything,
not
they're harming
necessarily
themselves.
bad.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is true. Like, if I were to give a good example of a bot, it would be someone who is chained to the idea that they need to get a high paying job, is chained to the idea that if they don't get a high paying job, or like, so say if like, so say like a bot um were to have kids, another bot mentality would be like, oh, if my kid doesn't go to university and get, you know, at least this much amount of pay for his future job, like in a year,
Yeah,
then they're failing, just straight up fail.
yeah, yeah. They fail as a
See,
parent, and their kid fails.
there's many ways to determine what a bot is. A bot is basically just a non-spiritual person. They don't know
Yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah.
Like they're just stuck to trends, stuck to like addictions,
And
stuck to.
what I noticed too, they don't even care to find out the answers, or don't even care to want to explore the idea that there's something more than what they're experiencing right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That's completely true. That's why I think that it's written in your DNA before you're even born if
Yeah.
you're gonna be conscious or not.
Oh yeah.
Like, the universe just births people, and if you were lucky enough to be chosen one, then you know.
And for whoever's watching, you're beyond greatness, man. You're already one step ahead to to understanding. Because again, we're going through our journey, and the fact that you're watching us and kind of going through the journey with us, bro. We got it in the bag, man. We're beyond greatness. We're destined for greatness. You know what I mean? All of us.
Hell yeah. We're
Yeah,
still on our me and this guy are still taking our baby steps, man.
yeah, facts,
Like, for real.
facts,
I ain't even
facts.
gonna lie. I'm not even close to where I want to be in life at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Not even fucking close, man.
yeah. 100%.
But
Me too.
I'm still just gonna stick to my beliefs. You know, I'm glad that I have the mental state that I have, that I was born with.
Yeah,
You know, the knowledge that I have and stuff.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah, man, I'm still taking my baby steps. I'm
yeah.
still, I'm still getting dragged by the system as we speak.
Amen. But if you think about it, the whole fun of getting to the end goal is the journey, and so we gotta have fun while we're taking our steps, you know. And
Yeah, just gotta try our best to have fun.
yeah.
There isn't even an end goal either.
No, there really
Like,
isn't, to be honest. There really isn't. Like I can only see the end goal, and this might sound like very like bad, but I honestly feel like the end goal is death. And take it as you will, but like that's truly how I look at it. It's like I'm not saying go kill yourself, and I'm not saying like do some dumb shit to kill your like make like die, right? But what I'm saying is that because people are like, oh, the human curse, we live just to die, but people look at death as a bad thing. That's our end goal, you know what I mean? We live to get a good life. We live to do all this stuff to actually take in, learn from our soul, learn from our surroundings, learn from the environment, learn from the energy, learn from the sun, learn from the moon, learn from the stars, learn from all this stuff. But then the end goal is pretty much death, because now you take all that knowledge and then now boom, you go to quote unquote an afterlife, right? And fuck it, you want us to start talking about the afterlife now?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Afterlife,
what
man.
okay,
That pretty much is the end goal.
what do you think the afterlife is? Like what do you think it looks like? What do you like obviously this is all speculation. We can't decide, we can't know what the fucking afterlife is. No one fucking knows. You can't do, right? But what do you think the afterlife is? Do you think there's a hell and a heaven? Do you think there's only heaven? Do you think like what's your perspective on the afterlife?
I feel like the afterlife is so say okay. So say you're at an arcade, right?
Yep.
And you do really shit on the games. You don't get a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
But if you get a lot of good tickets, then you get really good prizes. That's what I think the afterlife is. It's a place where it's basically like a reward in my opinion. So if you go through this whole matrix and live your whole life with a good heart the whole way through, you know, do good deeds, take care of your body, all the good stuff, all
Yeah.
the good stuff, I feel like you'll be sent to a place of just like bliss, like a
Yeah.
rewarding place. I don't know what it would look like. I
Okay,
don't know.
so
It could
what
be anything.
do you think there's a hell?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course I do.
So then with what you're saying about the afterlife, you think there's tiers of angels. So like the better pretty much it's like pretty much your ranking if you will. So the better you do in your human life, the more good deeds you do, the better you do, like the more you fulfill your purpose, right? You think that you'll get a higher tier of angel when you die and go into the
That could be
afterlife?
it, yeah. That could be plausible. Um
Yeah,
that
because
would be pretty
you
interesting.
have your basic angels, you have your archangels, then you have like you have your shit, what's it called? With the six wings. Fuck, how am I forgetting it? Shit. Do
So
you
if I remember correctly, we got angels and then archangels and then like chariots and then like
chariots, yes.
two other things and then cherubims and then
Yeah, yeah,
seraphims.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
Yeah.
supposedly like the tier list, even though I don't like I'm not gonna confirm it myself. I'm not gonna fully believe in it until I die. I could care less honestly. But either way, I do believe that I would become an angel when I die.
Hmm. Well, that's a good
And
outlook to have, you know.
yeah, and I don't see myself falling from grace at all,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And that's
There are
how
some times in life where you do feel like that, but I mean it's only temporary. But
okay, so
like
then
anyway,
what would you say to a person who doesn't believe in afterlife, or would you say anything at all to them?
I wouldn't say anything to them. I wouldn't even look at them.
Okay.
And my reason being is because I like talking to someone like that would just be like talking to a brick wall. It would just
Yeah,
be like
literally.
talking to someone who can't speak
Yeah. Yeah.
because you can't even see like you can't even you don't even know what their vibration is. Like
Yeah.
they're just there. They're NPCs. They're
Yeah.
not fucking real.
Yeah, facts.
Sorry to say, but like that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Like for real.
No,
That's why
see,
I just keep
and
I
no,
keep my bro, I keep that knowledge to myself. Like when I first became spiritual, I was like, "Holy shit, I
you
got to
want
tell
to, yeah,
everyone.
no, facts. That was
I got to
same
tell
here.
everyone this is the greatest thing
But
ever.
nobody
I
wants to
I found it.
listen. No
I
one wants
found
to
the truth."
listen.
Yeah,
No one
and
wants to
then a couple
listen.
years later, I'm like, I don't even want to tell anyone about this
No,
shit. Like
because they look at you like an idiot. They
Yeah,
look at you
exactly.
like a schizophrenic like fucking idiot. Like it's crazy. Um,
Yeah,
but what I like, I wouldn't again like I kind of agree with you, but with the sense of like I wouldn't even like tell them why they should believe in afterlife. But since we're talking right now about it, I don't understand why people are so cynical to the idea of an afterlife. And I was just thinking about this. I'm like, okay, so imagine you have kids and your kid talks about, "Oh, daddy, what happens after death?" right? Bro, like why would you like not tell your kid, or why would you not want to at least think, at least for your kid, man, like why would you not want for your kid there to be an afterlife? You know what I mean? Like if you think that there's no afterlife, why wouldn't you, why, like especially if you have kids, like why wouldn't you want your kid to at least think it, go through life, that there is an afterlife? Like cuz again, like why would you want to make like live a life where you're working these bot ass jobs, you're working a 9 to 5, you're fucking you're coming home depressed and sad and fucking tired as shit. Why would you want to like go through whole your whole life doing that routine bullshit just for there to be nothing after? Like I just find that
exactly.
like so like kind of like almost disgusting in a way, because it's just like you live this like routine like bot like life where you just go to work and then you sleep. You go to work, you come home, you eat, and then you go to sleep. And you do that for like 50 fucking years. And it's like, why wouldn't you want there to be something better after all that bullshit you just went through in this human life? You know what I mean? And it just
Exactly.
fucking blows my mind that people actually generally don't think that there is an afterlife, even though, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's beyond me.
That's the exact reason why I don't talk to people who aren't, spiritual or just any sort of hope
Yeah.
for a greater existence.
Yeah, facts.
That's why I just keep it to myself. They can
Yeah.
go on living their life because when they die, it's gonna be like they never even lived in the first place. So
Yeah, so okay, so then do you believe in reincarnation?
yeah, I do.
And then what like how does like how would somebody get reincarnated? Would there be something that they did or didn't do to get
So
reincarnated?
that's actually a really good topic. I mean, in my opinion, I think that someone really live a good, healthy life, they go to the afterlife, and then if someone were to live a life, but they didn't really harm anyone, or it
Yeah.
was a very average life that wasn't really too exciting or whatever the case may be, I feel like they get reincarnated, as in like you get like another chance,
So what you're
just
saying
just
is
like a
that
video game.
they didn't fulfill their purpose,
Yeah,
aka
they
they have to
didn't.
now go back again to fulfill their purpose again.
Yeah, or that lifetime that they just lived was for karmic debt, whatever it may be.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how the afterlife or whatever works, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like a video game. It's like you start a character up, you choose like a class, and then like you play a couple, or like you play the game and you realize that you want to choose a different
No,
class.
no, no,
So then you
facts,
start the game
facts, bro.
over.
Like I've actually,
Yeah.
you don't understand how many times like
Well,
I like restarted Skyrim or some shit because I'm like, oh no, 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 I don't want to play this anymore. I just fucking restart a new
yeah.
character after like fucking 20 hours in.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
And
it's
facts.
crazy.
And guess what happens to the toxic people in video games? What
They
happens to them?
they
What
fucking
hap-
they fucking go away.
Nah, they get banned
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
servers. They
yeah.
get
Oh
banned
yeah,
from the
yeah,
servers,
yeah.
bro.
True. Yeah,
They
facts.
can't come back, or they're just banned for a fucking couple
Portion.
lifetimes or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Doomed to go to hell for
yeah.
fucking whatever it may be and be tortured and then be reborn. But
That's yeah,
it's just weird. Well, the whole system we live in is weird. Just life in general is super weird.
yeah,
But that basically what I'm saying, like what I believe in is that like good people go to good afterlife, average people who didn't do shit get reborn, get a second chance, and then bad people just get sent to the furnace or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's just
Okay, let's go back
you know.
to religion again, because I want to talk about this like one thing that I heard before. So I was watching this one guy, I can't remember, it was a while ago, and he was talking about religion, right? And he was saying that because he was spiritual, so he was saying that religion is on a horizontal plane, right? It tells you that there is a God, and it tells you that you can be like God, But the issue is that they don't tell you how to get to that point where you can be like God. You know what I mean? It's a horizontal plane.
Mm.
It says you're here and you could get to over here, but we're not going to tell you how to get to over there. You just have to just go. You know what I mean? And it's not that you need to, because that's a whole point of like learning and going through shit. That you need to learn from your own. You need to experience this by your own. You need to do it by yourself so you can have a better understanding and be humble and stuff. But the thing is, especially with like spirituality and like the whole chakra stuff, is that okay? Where do you think God is? God is up, typically, right? When people think about God, God is usually up towards the sky. You know what I mean? Guess what chakras does? It goes up. It goes up your body, right? Hits your crown chakra. So guess what? It's vertical. You now that's it's telling you how to harness your inner God, right? Because it says work up the ranks and then boom. Now you once you unlock all your chakras, now you've harnessed the power of God that's within you. You know what I mean? It's not like you are God, but you harness the power of God within you. And it goes with that fucking whole story of the Anunnakis. But if you want to chime in and add anything to that, for you
Yeah, man,
feel free.
that's no, yeah, chakras are, they are vertical. Because once you, I don't know like too much about chakras, but
Yeah,
I know
facts.
that once you link all of them up, then your crown chakra opens up, and then that's like at that point is when you legitimately gain like superpowers. And I actually want to get to that point in my
Yeah,
life. I want to unlock all the chakras because I feel like I'll feel like an actual god,
yeah,
and that I'm hyped for that. I'd like to feel that.
yeah. No, but yeah, again, it's vertical, so it's pointing up to God. That's why, again, you can actually harness the power of God within you. And it's again, people need to understand this. This is why there's NPCs and then there's actually woke people. And I'm not talking about that dumb bullshit woke. You know how like people fucking nowadays call like shit woke movement and stuff. That's not fucking woke. That's some garbage ass bullshit that no one gives a fuck about, you know? Like woke is actually being like the topics that we're talking about. That's like actually being woke, you know what I mean? Because you're woke to the idea that
True.
we're trapped in the matrix. That's being woke, not fucking all that bullshit that people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody has God within them. They just don't choose to harness that God that is within them, right? And then it's like
Facts.
that fucking whole story with the Anunnaki. So like if you guys never heard of the story with the Anunnakis, please I don't know everything about this. I could be just talking out of my ass to be honest, but there's a whole concept and story that so if you look at Egyptian like writings and Egyptian like art on the walls and stuff, you had those people with like the animal heads. You had the birds, you had the wolves. You know what I mean? Like you had those like people with the animal heads, right? Those
Yeah.
supposedly were the gods, aka the Anunnakis, right?
Yeah. So
And
Osiris, Isis, Horus, Seth,
yeah,
uh,
Anubis.
Hathor, Anubis, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
facts. So allegedly they came to Earth to harvest gold because I can't remember why they were actually trying to harvest gold, but they came to Earth because they, I guess, found out that Earth had a shit ton of gold and they wanted to harvest it, right? And when they're like, well, we're not trying to fucking harvest this gold, right? So what they did is that they took a chunk of themselves, not literally, I don't think literally at least, but they took a chunk of themselves and then they made the demigods, which is quote unquote managers, and then they made the working class, which is quote unquote us, and that's how that's why people are stuck in the matrix, and that's how this whole shit began. Because okay, now you have your bosses, Anunnakis, then you have your demigods, managers, and then you have your working class, us. So they made literally a breed of human to do strictly that work and mine for gold and also build the pyramids and stuff. That was their sole purpose of
Yeah.
them being there was to
Yeah.
work until
And
they're
then
fucking dead.
the the demigods were people born on this earth, humans to be exact, that were
Yeah.
actually given the ability to be spiritual or
Yeah.
be a chosen one and
But
just be conscious.
that's the whole thing, is that the working class were too stupid enough to realize that they were part of God. They had God within them to now become a demigod. And it's like that's the whole concept of what we're trying to get at, is that it's not like you were gonna be an Anunnaki, a god. It's just that you can be like a god, aka a demigod, because you're half human, half god. And that's what we all are. We're literally all demigods. We're all half human, half god. But people don't understand that we have that in us, and then you can actually harvest that and actually fucking like, actually use that to your advantage. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna just go work another 8-hour shift. Just leave me
Yep,
alone.
I'm gonna just go work another 8-hour shift just to. And you know what? It's not even necessarily their fault, right?
No,
Like,
it's not. It's not. It's because it's because they keep changing their DNA, keep rewriting their DNA, so they can't get to the like they can't understand that they actually do
yeah,
have that.
they believe that they have to, or they have to get like a full-time job or they're fucked. And like, it's not even their fault. Like, I don't even blame them,
No, you
you know.
can't. You
But
really can't. You really can't.
that's why, like, that's why in this life you really gotta find a purpose that you love doing, and that gets you paid. That's almost like the main objective in life, bro. People think there's so many people out there that think that the objective is life is to have kids, and that's just so crazy to me because that's not the main objective of life at all. Like,
See how I look at it is that you want to leave a legacy, and yeah, a kid can do that.
exactly,
A
you need to
kid
leave a
can a kid
legacy.
a kid can do that, because now you're it's not that you're like copying and pasting yourself, but it's whatever. You're leaving a legacy in that regard, especially for dudes, because we, with the society part of that, where our last name is stuck with that kid, so technically our legacy is through them. But you actually want to leave a legacy in the sense of that you want people to remember you. And it's like, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, your family members and like friends that were close with you will remember you, but you want to be known as that guy, in a good way for stuff. But like, you want to be known as that guy who did this, who did that, who said this, who did that. You know what I mean? Like, you want
Yeah,
to,
you gotta
that's the
build
type of
yourself.
legacy. And that's the whole
Exactly.
part. It's like people are too fixated on fame and famous and all that kind of stuff. When you are spiritual, fame comes to you whether you like it or not, because the thing is that that's what humans are meant to. You think humans are meant to fucking be in a factory slaving away for fucking 8 hours every single day of their life? No.
Hell no.
People are
Hell no.
what humans are designed for are making music, doing art, doing this, doing that. You know what I mean? And guess what that comes with when you're doing that, all that kind of stuff? It comes fame. And honestly, a lot of people don't want that. I low key kind of don't want that either, but it just comes to us. And for the right people, they know how to deal with all that shit, you know? And it's just that's why a lot of people, especially for whoever's listening to this right now, man, you got to don't look at, oh, I want to be a lawyer because my mom told me it will makes a lot of money and I could be successful and I could have like a good house and stuff. No, like, if that's not what you're passionate for, bro, if you know that's not your calling, man, like that ain't it,
If
man.
you know it's not your calling, then you're gonna be not wanting to go to work every day, or at least most of the time. When you find your
Yeah.
calling, then you wake up excited
Yeah.
to go to work,
If
and then
it's
which leads to a happy life, and that's it. It's that
like
simple.
if it so happens that your passion and your fulfillment comes from a quote unquote bot job, then dude, do that up. Because if you're gonna be like how you were just saying, if you can actually wake up and be happy, make your fucking breakfast, you know what, go to work, being in a happy mood all the time. Okay, maybe not all the time because everybody has their moments, but if you can actually wake up, be happy, not be destructive to yourself and to other people while you're going through your 8 hours and or just working, bro, then do it up, man. So
Yeah, man.
it's literally that simple, and it's not like it comes easy, bro. Nothing comes easy in this life. You have to work for that shit, bro. As 21, I
That's all
figured
life
this.
is.
Yeah,
I've come to the conclusion that all life like it's just 90% work, 10%
because
whatever everything else.
because it humbles us. If you really think about it, it humbles us because it's like if we got it easy, no one would give a shit. No one would literally give a shit about what they're doing. Like okay, say for example, I'm trying to do my music and I immediately blow up like after like a month of doing music. I wouldn't give a fuck about being a musician anymore because it's like what the fuck is the point? That's why before when we were talking about this, the whole fun about this life and actually getting to your purpose is the journey. The journey is the best part of this whole lifetime. Yeah, it's shit because you have to go through heartbreaks, you have to go through this bullshit, you have to go jump this hurdle, you have to do that. But that's the whole fun of it because not only does it make you a better person, not only does it make you a stronger person, but it humbles you at the complete end of it. Because also another thing is that especially when you have a lot of money, bro, money enhances who you are. So if you're a fucking scumbag piece of shit, money's just gonna make you more of a scumbag piece of shit. But if you're a good person, like everybody loves you, you love everybody, fucking you take care of your mom and shit, bro. That's what money's gonna do. It's just gonna make you take care of your mom more. Fucking help out other people, help yourself, be less destructive. You know what I mean? That's literally all that
Facts.
money's there for. So if you're trying to chase money for almost an ego way, yo, you're not doing it right at all. You're not.
Yeah, no. Money really shows the true faces of people.
Yeah, facts.
That's why like whenever I think of if I would be rich or at least had a lot of money, I wouldn't even buy expensive shit to be honest.
And there's no
The only
need.
thing expensive that I'd buy is a house. That's it. That's all I want.
Okay, I
Just a
will say
house. I don't
this,
care
even though
about no
it's
fast fucking cars, man. Like
dude.
fuck that.
If I'll be honest, if I had a lot of money, and I know this is pretty, it's materialistic, so I don't need to, but definitely the fucking video game.
Oh yeah, video
I
game collection.
Yeah, I definitely add to my video
Hey,
game
that's not
collection.
that's not no, that's not greedy.
No, but
That's
I would no, but again, we had this conversation too, like off camera and shit. Bro, I'm trying to not even do this for myself. I'm trying to do this for if I ever do have kids, they can play what I was playing when I was a kid and shit. And they don't even need to play these bullshit ass Fortnite type fucking games. Like they can actually play like proper good games because that's all I fucking collect is good. Obviously, I have a couple shit games, but
yeah, all the classics because we all know that gaming's kind of going to shit at the moment.
yeah, and microtransactions up the asshole and fucking all that shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
the
But
it,
no, collecting games isn't. I would honestly do the same. Like if I had a lot of money, I would buy that shit.
bro, I searched up that fucking Tomb Raider kiosk. Guess how much it was?
Like 20 grand.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. It's 21,000.
Yeah,
Dude, was
I
so
thought so.
good. Yo, if I somehow just have 21,000 burning in my fucking pocket, I'm buying that, bro. Oh man. Okay,
That is so much money.
it is. But okay, anyways, okay, let's get to more spiritualism and tarot and symbolism and stuff. So, okay, what's okay? You know what? Before we even get to that, let's talk about zodiacs real quick. So, if nobody knew this by now, I'm a Libra. Yay. What are you? What are you?
I'm an Aries.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hey man, there's a lot of Libras. Fuck man, I think like Libras are like the most like people on this earth. Like I feel like they have the bit most amount of people, you know,
It's
than
got,
any other zodiac sign.
they,
You know what I
they,
mean?
got- they gotta be the judges, baby.
I don't know why, but there are just so many Libras. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
there's just so many.
honestly,
I
it's
literally
kind
don't know.
of really weird that my mom's a Libra and I'm a Libra, so she raised me to be a Libra, and I was already born a Libra, so it just made me even more of a Libra. and that's not a good thing because I'm too much of a Libra, so it kind of impacts my day-to-day life because now I'm just too much of a fucking Libra. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man. Yeah, well, I'm here living with you, man. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, Aries is not all rainbows and sunshine, eh?
No, it is quite literally the complete opposite. We're only sunshine and rainbows when like we're really having a good day.
Okay,
Like
fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
we all know. Okay, well, first of all, we all know there's different types of. Not all Aries are the same. Not all Libras are the same. Whatever. Everyone should know that before
Yeah,
even talking
facts.
about zodiac signs. And also,
Facts.
there is no sign that's better than the other. We're all
Facts.
fucking good in our own ways.
Yeah.
I don't want to
The
hear people in
balance.
the fucking comment section saying, "Oh, fucking Aries is better than Libra." Shut the fuck up. But anyway, yeah.
That's why there's
Um,
different zodiacs because it's all it balances everything out.
yeah. But wait, what were you saying before that? Like,
Me being too much of a Libra.
no, no, like after that. I forgot what we were talking about,
Oh,
but
about Aries being Aries is not all rainbows and sunshine.
yeah. No, zodiac signs. I love how that's a thing, and
Yeah.
I love how a lot of people, even a lot of so-called NPCs, believe in that too, which is very good. But like,
Cuz it
it's so
also
true. I
it
don't
gives
care.
it gives something to relate to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the one thing that I will say is true is that zodiacs are real. So
Facts.
anyone in the comment section who says they're fake, like, just shut the fuck up and leave and don't come back to the channel. I don't want to hear it.
No,
But no,
it's definitely real.
they are so
Cuz
fucking real.
cuz like a lot of people, like especially when they're when you meet a new person and they're like, "Oh, what's your sign?" and then they tell you their sign and
Yeah, and then you're like,
they're like, "Oh,
"Oh."
they're this." And they're like, "Oh, I could definitely see that." And then you start
Yeah,
hanging out with them more and you're like, "Oh, you're such a fucking Libra." Like
yeah,
you can actually see it. It's like almost like in, ingrained into our fucking head to like do that type of stuff. Like
yeah,
for me, like when I have a shitty day or if I'm mad, bro, I just lock myself in my room and turn the lights off, bro. Like,
yeah, and then when I'm having a shitty day, I smoke a lot of nicotine.
fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
yeah, I
Fair enough.
mean, there's advantages and disadvantages. It's like we're all just playing a game. We're all different classes,
No,
except we
literally,
weren't
dead
able to
ass.
choose it.
Dead
We
ass.
weren't able to choose it. I mean, you could, if you really think about it, if you want to have a kid, you could actually choose what sign like you want your kid to be. You just gotta
You have to fucking
fucking
be sick with it.
yeah, yeah. You gotta plan it out. You gotta be like, all right, I have to I have to ejaculate in my girl
At this
on this
time, at
day,
this hour.
and this yeah, and then my kid will come out 9 months later as a fucking Aries or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
But
facts.
that's off topic. Anyways, no, zodiacs are really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
like we're all very
And even
um
too, like, obviously, I'm not even I'm not even suggesting people should do this because honestly I don't agree with it, but like say like you meet a girl or whatever and the either this girl or you do this where it's just like, oh, you're a Cancer, oh, I'm not compatible with you, and then just leaves. Like that's some other shit. Like at least try it, see if like act, because again, like how you were just saying, not everybody's the same with their zodiacs. Some people, because
yeah,
then
yeah.
you also got to take in there's your moon, your rising, and your sun. So that all takes a factor with what kind of sign you are, right? Because again, I
Mhm.
have an Aries moon, so when I get pissed off, I get really fucking pissed off, and then I have a Taurus rising, so I guess when I meet people, I have more of a Taurus energy towards them. I don't have a Libra energy. I'm more of a Libra when you get to know me, you know?
Oh, I feel like for you, people know right away. If they're really good with zodiac signs, I feel like people know right away what
Yeah,
you are.
fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, but yeah,
And then I feel like,
I feel like that whole compatibility stuff like is awesome because it's like yeah, like it balances stuff, right? Like so I don't know. I think one
That's
of
the
my
one thing. That's the one thing that separates humans, but I actually like.
yeah, but it's for a good purpose because
Yeah.
it's like this
Imagine
sign
if
does
everyone was a
this
fucking
sign does
Libra.
that, huh?
Imagine if everyone was just a Libra or acted
Oh
like
no,
one.
no,
This
I
world would be fucked.
no, no. There'd be a bunch of people just bitching at each other,
Yeah.
literally. Just, oh no, do this. No, do that.
No,
No,
but
do
they
this.
would be friends at first.
Yeah, be friends, but then there's just eventually get to a point where there's just like a disagreement, and they're just like, no, actually it's this. No, actually it's that. No, actually it's this. Yeah, no, that would be not
Yeah.
good. Um, but okay, so let's talk about tarots real quick. So,
Ah, yes.
so
Tarots.
what's your opinions on tarot readings and tarot cards?
Well, first of all, I love tarot, just in general. I
Wait, the
mean, it
bubble tea
originated
or the cards?
both, I guess. Uh, tarot originated, it came from Italy. I forgot
Wait,
how
actually?
long ago. Yes.
Oh shit.
Fucking like years ago. I don't know, hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. But yeah, it came from Italy. But I mean, tarot is it's just like zodiac signs. Tarot's like
It's crazy how
it,
accurate it is sometimes.
yeah, it's like with tarot comes zodiac signs because if you want a reading on yourself, you have to
Yeah,
tune. So
yeah,
say
yeah.
if I ask a psychic that I want a reading on myself, she's like, okay, I got to tune into the Aries energy and then specifically your energy. You know what I mean?
That's why
It's
like all
all.
tarot readings, like even with fucking Simone, bro, like she makes you blow on the card, so like your fucking energy,
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your stuff goes onto those cards, so it's specifically for you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I have a. I should have had the deck with me, but anyway, yeah, I have a deck with me, and like, um, there, like, you don't even have to use a a certified tarot deck to get answers for something
Yeah.
or tune into energies. Like, I literally used the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards once, and I got a message that I was looking for.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's funny because Yu-Gi-Oh cards were actually based off tarot,
Yeah.
and um, so were like original playing cards. You know that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like,
See, the one thing I will say, because people who rely on tarot cards, I don't think that's a way of life. You can't rely on tarot cards. Because I
no, no,
did
no. I feel like you can rely on it, but just don't be
overdo it, you know
addicted
what I
to it.
mean?
Don't. Yeah,
because
yeah.
because
Don't
okay,
be
because
addicted to it.
I watched this one video where the guy was saying that, like, so this is Christianity, so I'm just kind of just speaking it, and I'm not saying this is true in any way, but I'm just kind of just throwing that out there because I kind of understood it. So apparently, for the people who rely and only do tarot cards, like to like kind of every day they're doing tarot cards, right, for themselves. So apparently in hell, in Christianity, your head gets turned around backwards and you can only walk. So you're pretty much walking forwards, but your head is backwards because you can't
Yeah.
see to the future, because
Yeah.
all you're doing in this life is looking for
Yeah.
looking for the answers in the future, which future is
I'm sure
unknown.
I'm sure people know about that story, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing a daily reading on yourself, especially if you're a psychic yourself, you know? Like
It's
there's
just that
nothing wrong with that. It's just
it's
when you're like super hooked on it and like you're like crying to know what's happening, what's going to happen next in your life. That's when you're just pushing it, you know? It
yeah,
just
true.
becomes an addiction. You got
I
to just
I just
flow
feel like people need to pace themselves with it, in the
with
sense of that,
everything in life.
because like again, the future is supposed to be unknown, right? That's the
Yeah.
whole beauty about the future, is that it's unknown, and in how the past has already happened. So that's why we should just live in the present right now. If the present makes you do a tarot reading that day, do it up. That's what needs to happen. Especially if you're like, I feel like tarot readings and tarot cards are good for like if you're stuck. You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
you're kind of
you're
like
super stuck.
you're stuck, or you're kind of like It's almost like if you're in like quicksand and you don't know what to fucking do. You know what I mean? Like you just don't know how to
Yeah.
get out of it, right? You're kind of almost in like a rut in a way, or you know what I mean? And you kind of just need that like kind of like push. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, just
Hmm.
do this, because then at the end this will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's almost like dreaming, except when you do tarot readings, you're asking to see a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah.
know how much you do it. I never really asked, but I watch a reading once a week for myself.
I used to do once a week, but now I kind of honestly do it maybe every 2 weeks, once a month.
Yeah.
I don't do it too much as I used to, but I was definitely at a point where I did it like yeah, about that like every week.
Yeah. I just do it once a week. That's only because
But I feel like that no, I feel like that's a good
yeah.
timeline to do it like once a week. You know what I mean? If that's why I'm kind of hesitant about doing it every day. And I'm not saying people who do it every day is gonna get their fucking heads spinning around backwards and shit. You know what I mean? But like, I just feel like a good point is once a week. Kind of be
Hmm. Yeah.
like or even like at least like once a month. Or it's just like a daily reading or not daily reading, like a monthly reading. So it's like, all right, this is gonna happen in this month, and then you do your reading and whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. I only watch two tarot reading channels. Shout out Charlene Lizette. Shout out Indigo Mystery.
Bro,
I
he will
I
not
want to
shut up
meet I
about
want to
these
meet
two.
both of y'all one day.
He will not
I want
shut
to
up
meet both
about
of
you
y'all.
two.
Huh?
You would not shut up about those two. No, but it's
Oh,
good. It's good. It's good. It's
yeah, no,
good.
they're no, those two, those are the only tarot channels I watch. Because they resonate the most with me. Like I don't watch any other tarot channels. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Because no,
that's it.
that's facts because that's the same thing
Yeah.
with me is that when you kind of have to find that's the whole part of the tarot, man. That's what people don't understand, man. Like especially when I'm searching for like on videos, like when I'm searching, you can't just click the first video or the most viewed video. Like you actually have to like scroll and find a
Yeah.
video that's just calling to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You got to take a deep breath and you got to just find which one's calling for you.
Like
And then
it
and
has
then
to.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then maybe subscribe to them because that could be like the channel
Yeah, the
that you
channel
were meant
for
to
you. Yeah,
view.
facts.
Just
Yeah.
like how I've found my two channels that always resonate with me.
Yeah.
Which you should go subscribe to both of them, check them out. They're really good. I want to meet both of them one day, and I probably will. But I mean, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
I would get out my tarot deck, but I don't want. I
No,
don't feel
no.
like getting up.
Okay. What? Because I'm pretty sure people are wondering what is on your hands, man. What tattoos do
What,
you
my
have on your
tats?
hand? Yeah. What is on your hands, bro?
Oh, this is alchemy symbols from Full Metal Alchemist, the anime.
You want to explain for people who never watched the anime?
I mean, there's not really a spiritual meaning behind these. I mean, so this one right here, this one's called a reverse human transmutation circle. So this is for basically um bringing people back to life. And then this is just like a fire alchemy symbol. So not really
Nice.
too much spiritual meaning, but I mean,
No, it's cool
it
nonetheless. No,
this
because
one's a spiritual tattoo though, my Aries tat. So yeah, I mean, and then this one right here is a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo. Um, there isn't like too much of a spiritual meaning behind it, but I just got it because it's called Swords of Revealing Light, and I just thought that was a cool name, and it sounds like something spiritual.
yeah.
So
No, but I know. Okay, you obviously fucking know. I never finished watching Full Metal Alchemist, but what I did watch of it and what you were explaining to me, it is pretty. I went again, yeah, like you're saying, it's not necessarily spiritual, but it's definitely like woke to the idea of
it's a story about the Matrix,
yeah, like
which is
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So
it's a story about the
it's
Matrix. It's a story about a corrupt government.
yeah. So
That's why
that's yeah.
we can move on to like this topic symbolism, how there's a lot of movies that secretly symbolize spirituality, corrupts, governments, all that shit. Like me and you don't watch the same type of stuff, but I bet in movies or shows that you watch, show hints about corrupt governments or whatever spiritual shit.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be real, I watch a lot of anime. they definitely have like a fuck ton of symbolism about like spiritual world, all sorts of shit, corrupt governments, all that. And yeah, that's another reason why I love watching that stuff. But I mean,
Okay,
that's
now that we're on this topic, okay, so Hollywood movies, just like those like blockbuster Hollywood movies, those are the ones that kind of almost brainwash society into believing not that there is a corrupt government, but to like think it's okay that there is a corrupt government. If you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's almost like a brainwashing tactic to be like, oh, this is fine, this is okay if this
Okay,
actually
so
happens.
name off like a movie that you think is like shitty and like fucking like an NPC movie.
Um,
And then after that try to name off a movie that you saw with symbolism in it of like a conscious like something conscious other than the Matrix. Don't say the Matrix because everyone fucking knows
um,
that.
okay, well, to answer the second one, I'd probably maybe say The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. I haven't
If you
watched it.
watch that one,
That sounds cool though.
it's like
That
it's like okay, I watched it a while ago, so I'm sorry if I like literally butchered the summary, but it's like this one girl that has is pretty much the power of a lot of things. Fuck, dude, I haven't watched it in a while, but like short firm, I get a short version of it, I guess, is that there's this girl that has this power within her. She kind of doesn't know it, but a lot of people do know it, and they want to like now try to harvest her for it. But there's this one guy that has to defend her to protect her from these bad guys that are trying to harvest her power and her energy because it's almost godlike. You know what I mean?
oh wow,
And
just like real life.
yeah. So that like yeah, and then the guy that protects her is a very good guy and this and that and whatever. For the bot movie,
See, look, that movie that you just said relates to real life. People who have spiritual powers and attract a lot of good things. They got a lot of good people and bad people being attracted to them.
yeah, facts.
Boom.
But for the bot movie, bro, I can't even.
Let's
Dude,
just say
I
the fucking
honestly,
mall cop.
honestly,
Or no, Project M. Or no, fuck.
X, Project X.
Project X.
Oh, the party movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty bot movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just pretty much about, oh, dude, let's just do a shit ton of drugs and drink a shit ton of alcohol so we can be cool.
Yeah, that's just party, college, high school douchebag behavior, fucking bot ass alcoholic bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a party guy.
no,
Um, but yeah, no, there's a lot of symbolism in movies and shows. I like how it's like that.
yeah.
I feel like the directors and creators put
Well,
them
okay,
in without the
well, look at it
system
like
knowing.
this. Look at it like this. So you have the Matrix, the actual Matrix movie with Keanu Reeves, right? That was a good fucking movie. That actually like speaks up. That has a lot of symbolism in it. But if you think about it, I don't know if you watched the other movies past that. Dude, they're just
It
so
slowly just
they're
went.
Hollywood. They're so Hollywood,
Yeah,
bro. Like they
that was meant to happen though. It was
y-
meant to happen. They were meant to
because
have
yeah,
shitty sequels.
no, yeah, for the sheer fact that whoever truly believed in the Matrix, when they saw the Matrix 2 and the 3 and the 4, they're like,
They
"Oh, this
know
is
that
just a
that's not.
movie. This
Yeah,
is just a
yeah,
movie.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
They're smart
this
enough.
yeah." You
They're
know?
smart
But
enough to know that like that's like
bro, I put on the
not.
second one cuz I was just like, "Oh, maybe it's as good as the first one." Dude, I watched it and I halfway through I was just like turned it off. I'm like I can't watch this. I'm not spoiling the first movie cuz I watched the second movie. The
No,
first
yeah,
movie is something special.
I heard the fourth one was actual dog shit.
Yeah, no.
Like full on just
Yeah,
like
fuck that.
McDonald's patty type of fake
Yeah, fuck that.
shit.
Fuck
But
that
yeah,
shit. That's no. Uh-uh.
yeah. I mean, there's this one anime I'm currently watching called Psychopaths. Hopefully someone, I don't know, someone knows about that show. It's kind of popular, but dude, this show trips me out. It's basically about the Matrix, and except it's set in the future of in Japan, obviously. It's set in the future. So it's like you're born in a society where you go through high school, whatever, then you go through college, whatever, and then after that, you go through like tests that the government makes you go through, and then your results on that test, they'll give you a like a list of jobs that you're most suitable for, but you have to choose one of those jobs. And if you don't choose one of those jobs, then they're like, all right, they give you another list. It's like, okay, you could be a janitor. If you don't want to do these jobs, it's like, all right, you could do bottom cash shit. You could be a janitor. You could be a
Yeah,
fucking,
no. Yeah,
general
yeah.
laborer.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, some
it tripped me
bullshit like
out.
that.
Yeah, it trips me out because there's basically no freedom, and also um it's literally rats in cages. Like the police, they have guns where they point them at you and it scans how good your mental state is. So if you're
What the fuck?
like if you're a criminal, if you walk down the street, the cameras and the police will like scan you. They'll see that your mental state's fucked up, and then they'll immediately arrest you before you even do anything fucked up. Like, and I feel
Damn.
like that's how the future will actually be.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
so
Well,
like in
dude,
the show,
it's almost going into, I feel like, okay, so if you guys don't already know, we're Canadian, and I honestly feel like Canada's one of the subjects to be part of the social credit system. And so like if you say something about the government, or if you say some woke shit, your credit score just goes
yeah,
fucking
that's
down and
why I'm
shit.
scared to upload this. That's why I'm
Yeah.
scared to upload this type of stuff. But fuck it, we're gonna
But
do it anyway.
but
Cause
we
fuck
need
the
to.
system.
Yeah, cuz we
Yeah,
need
we
to,
need
man.
to anyway. Cause that's just what we're best at, not working fucking 9 to 5s. But anyway, now yeah, it's system's gonna become super weird in the future.
Oh yeah, 100%. And even
Yeah,
on like the like on Cyberpunk 2077, like whatever that game, whatever, but the whole concept, like, dude, like doing like cybernetics and shit, like imagine having like one eye get removed and now you have like Google fucking eye, and like you see like
yeah,
fucking ads
Google.
pop up like
Ah,
as you're walking and shit, and like this dumb
ew,
shit like that,
no,
you know what I
no,
mean?
no.
Like
That
that's,
sounds so fucking AIDS.
bro, like that's dead ass how shit's gonna fucking go, like, and like have like Spotify ingrained into your fucking skull cavity
Yeah.
and shit.
That's so fucked up, dude. I don't That's so fucked up. Just imagine walking down the street and there's just ads in the sky,
Yeah,
just
facts.
everywhere.
Facts.
Just holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
That is fucked.
Yeah.
That is
And like
fucked.
imagine having a like we're having a conversation, like you tell me, "Oh, this fucking hoodie's sick." And I'm just like walking down the street later on and I just see that fucking hoodie pop up onto my like HUD, and I just see
Yeah.
it and I'm just like, "Oh shit, maybe I should go buy that hoodie."
That's funny because when me and you went bowling the other day,
Yeah.
or no, yesterday, I went home and I opened up YouTube because at one point of the night you're like, oh, this is harder than Wii bowling. And then I
Yeah.
go home that night and open up my YouTube and it's just all Wii bowling videos. Like, bro,
Yeah, that's how to get you, man. That's how to get you. Okay. Well, I feel like this was really good. Let's get to our last topic, and then I think we'll end it off because we've been going for a while now. Um,
yeah,
Paranormal stuff and coincidences.
paranormals.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, shout out Mr. Ballin. Love your fucking channel, bro. Binge,
Mr. Ballin, Mr. Nightmare,
bro.
Corpse Husband,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
um, yeah,
Fucking love those videos so
even
much.
Tom McDonald's horror videos. But yeah, no. I feel like this topic relates to a lot of other previous shit we talked about.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so
Ghosts are
then where do
definitely
you
real.
where do you think the paranormal, so where do you think the paranormal, okay, so if paranormal stuff are like ghosts, right? Are those ghosts bad people that are stuck in the earth?
I feel like poltergeists are the people that are angry and stuck on this earth because they didn't do shit
So they're
to
almost in like a
fulfill their
limbo
life.
type state.
Yeah, but I feel like there's some coincidences where, shit moves on its own, whatever. That could also be an angel and not a ghost.
Yeah.
So
Oh no,
that's why.
100%. Dude, I don't know if you remember cuz when this was fucking back in high school, bro. We were all talking. This is when we came up with like the whole DFG shit. Remember when we originally had like blood brothers and shit? We had the idea of
Yeah,
blood. And this was when Simone was there too. Bro, like the light flickered and shit as we were talking about DFG and shit. Just stuff like that like
the little
it's
stuff like that.
like people say, "Oh, that's coincidence." Oh, like
I don't
the
want to hear people saying coincidences. Fuck you.
no, no, everything happens for a reason. Every fucking thing happens for a
Every
reason.
snowflake falls in the right place.
Literally. And whether it's bad coincidence or a good coincidence, it all happened for a reason. And
Hmm.
and yeah, like there's I almost feel like a lot of these paranormal events almost happen to people so they can wake up to the idea that this life, this concrete, set in stone life that we're apparently supposed to live is not actually like that's it. You know what I mean? Like like going to work, doing this, that, believing in the government, all that type of shit. Like I don't think it's just. I think those paranormal events happen to those people just be like, yo, there's something bigger that you're not seeing. You know what I mean? And it kind of scares them. That's why a lot of these paranormal events and all this shit is scary and shit to people
Hmm.
because I feel like it almost tries to wake them up to the idea that, dude, I'm here. I'm okay. Okay. Before we even talk about all that shit, what's your opinions on the Ouija board?
Ouija board's evil.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. hundred
Ouija
percent.
board's purely evil. If
Oh,
you want to
100%.
talk to people in the past life, if you want to talk to specifically demons, you go take your dumb ass to Walmart and buy a fucking Ouija board. If you want to talk to good spirits, you gotta legit sit down, meditate, or lucid dream, whatever it may be, and just intuitively pick it up. If you pick up a Ouija board and fool around with it, like you're gonna awaken Zozo, bruh,
See, no, and that's the
and
thing. It's
shit's
that a
gonna go
lot of
left.
teenagers too. They buy it because they're like, lol,
Yeah,
this shit ain't real. And then some fucked up shit happens, and it scares the ever living shit out of them. And it's like, oh my god, maybe this shit is real.
yeah, no, that's
It's crazy. And there's
I
like
thought.
kids, dude. There's like kids taking the Ouija board to cemeteries and shit too. And it's like that's honestly like okay. First of all, Ouija board's fucked as it is, but now you're bringing it to a cemetery. Like how fucked can you be, bro?
Hey man, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't do that shit.
No, that's fucked.
I used
That's
to
fucked.
watch so many Ouija board videos when I was growing up. Like, it's fun to watch, but I'd never do it. That I don't want to talk to demons.
No.
Matter of fact, I hate demons.
Yeah,
And if I had
facts.
the power, I would go to hell and fucking
You be
wreak
Kratos?
havoc everywhere. Yeah, like Kratos, bro. Like
Yeah.
Kratos got tired. He's like, "Fuck this shit," and he just
He
killed
he
everything.
purposely got sent to hell so he can fuck up the demons.
Oh yeah, he fell from the heavens because he challenged uh God himself, Zeus. And then since he got fell from grace and got dropped down to hell, he's like, fuck it, while I'm down here, let me kill Satan real quick, aka Hades. Let me kill Hades real quick, take over this fucking place, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
climb back up.
Yeah. Okay, so then so if everything is a coincidence, what's your opinions on bad stuff happening? And like if everything is meant to be, what's your opinions on bad stuff happening? Okay, let's say like a mom and her like 8-year-old kid gets into a car accident, they both die. What's your opinions on that? Because people are not gonna be like, oh, like why would you say everything happens for a reason, if like a mom and her son
If a
dies in a car
random
crash?
mom dies in a car
Yeah,
crash, you can't ask a human
no,
being
you
that.
can't. Yeah,
That is we didn't set in stone for that to happen. So
it's
people would say it's random or bad luck when really it was meant to happen.
It
You
was
don't know
for a bit.
why.
It was for a bigger purpose than just them just
Yeah,
dying.
if you keep questioning why, you're just gonna piss yourself off, and you're gonna be mad at the world.
Mm-hmm.
So like, everything's meant to happen. Period. Like,
Okay.
if you can't, de- if you can't live by that code, then like, you might not live a good
Yeah,
life.
you can't.
Period.
You
Like,
can't.
straight up.
You can't explain the unexplainable.
Yeah, that's why like people who are depressed and they never just want to help themselves get out, they're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
I know a couple people like that. I ain't even gonna say fucking names, but like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just
It's just an endless loop of just the same shit
endless loop. It's an endless loop. Yep.
with the same shit. Because they're not looking at what they can change. They just blame everything other than themselves, or they don't want to look towards themselves to fix the endless loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
They just get
they don't realize that there's an endless loop because they're not doing anything to change it. They're not looking
yeah.
at it. Oh, what can I do to now break the loop? So now it's like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like
They don't want to break the
they
loop.
just keep going in a loop.
They're just
It's crazy.
falling deeper into sanity,
Yeah.
especially with haters. Like,
Oh yeah.
the more you build yourself and the farther you get away from them, they just get madder and
See,
madder and
that's
and
the thing is
madder and madder.
people need to get away from people's opinions, right? So okay, you know how we had that like debate? Well, not debate, but remember how like I always said I wanted to name my daughter Clementine, right? And a lot of people like, "Oh no, that's an ugly. What would you name your kid after an orange and shit?" And it's like hey, if I actually took that to heart, like I'd think about it, I'm like, "Oh, why did I think about naming my fucking kid an orange and this and that, da 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 da, whatever." But the whole thing is that they're really you can't look at other people's opinions unless it's criticism. That's different. There's criticism that you can learn from, but opinions, no, you don't need to give a fuck about other people's opinions, especially on your shit or what you're trying to do. Because my whole point about fucking Clementine, whoever fucking knows about Clementine from The Walking Dead, Telltale Games, bro, Clementine, shout out that shit, bro. But that's why I want to name my daughter Clementine, cause fucking Clementine from
It is a
Telltales.
nice name. It is a nice
But
name.
it's also in the game, like she starts as like a innocent um child that needed to be taken care of and that like whatever. But then as you go through the series, she becomes stronger and more independent, and that's why I want to name my daughter that because I want her to be strong and independent. You know what I mean? But anyways, nobody you shouldn't be caring about what people have to say about what you're doing, right? Because bro, if we cared about what people were saying, we wouldn't be doing this right now, bro. We're like actually like speaking shit that people like do not like to be hearing. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
why this is why I barely talk to anyone in the first place, because a lot of people just judge.
Yeah. And that's all
They
they
judge
really
a lot.
can do. They don't and it's funny because they don't even worry about focusing on themselves. They worry on trying to fix other people even though their whole like they need a
Yeah.
lot of fixing themselves, you know?
Now you know why I'm such an aggressive person, because when people just judge me on shit, it's like, what gives you the right to say that? Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up and let me do my thing.
Yeah.
All you have to do is not click on the fucking video. Like, why do you even have a mouth to be saying these words?
Yeah.
Like, stitch that shit shut and fucking,
Yeah.
like, you know?
Well, okay, like for example, that Omegle video. The fucking first the first 5 seconds I embarrassed the fuck out of myself. And it's just like I don't give a fuck. I literally could care less, bro. That's the whole part of it. That's what makes our videos funny and unique because we don't give
Mm,
a shit. And that's how I feel like most people should go about stuff nowadays is don't give a shit.
yeah.
Other people's opinions don't matter, literally.
Plus, when
So,
as we grow this channel, I'm gonna make sure that the fan base knows that any sort of negative comments, like, no one will give a fuck what you're saying. Like, if anything, our fan base would probably completely neutralize you if you said bad shit in our comments.
Yeah.
Not only that, but if I go and click on your account and I see that you look like a fucking idiot, then I'm gonna just laugh at you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just entertainment for me if
Yeah,
I see
facts.
some fuckhead doing dumb shit on our thing. Like, he just came here to say we're idiots because fucking, I don't know, Christianity is the true all-in-one religion or some dumbass shit. But
No, but
anyway,
even they're just giving us more power, and that even for other people who are doing like content on their
yeah,
own and like just stuff like
yeah.
that,
Because you
they're
see,
just giving
like
people
PewDiePie,
power.
like people like PewDiePie, like if he kind of grew this character for himself over his YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and like so like whenever he does make a mistake, people kind of like like people in the comments kind of go after him, but we got to make sure, me and you got to make sure we're aggressive with this shit so that
Oh
our
yeah.
fan base knows they're like, okay, like they're real people, you know, like
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And like,
So,
yeah, no, facts. And then okay, there's gonna be I want to talk about one more thing, and then I think we're gonna end it off. Um, higher consciousness, or higher self. What's your opinions on that?
a higher self is just who you become when you open your chakras. That's how you become your higher self.
Hmm. Can
That's
you
when you
can you like okay, so for people who don't understand the concept of higher self and stuff, you can actually like there's actually I've done it, and I'm pretty sure you've done it too. Fucking Simone does it all on the regular. If you actually meditate and just have nothing, like if you sit in nature, like say you don't need to do the fucking om type shit, right? But if you sit in nature and kind of just collect your thoughts and kind of just don't even think about anything or don't even say anything, you can actually like hear your higher self talking to you about stuff, and it's crazy. It's like
hmm
it's like you can if okay, for whoever's watching this, I want you to do this, especially if it's not fucking winter yet. Go out into the forest, go or in your backyard, wherever there's grass and there's nice sun. Close your eyes and kind of start talking to yourself. Yeah, it may sound fucked, like, oh, I'm talking to myself. No, dead ass. Talk to yourself. Say something like, hey, what's good? Like talk to yourself, right? 100%. I'm telling you, your higher self is gonna bounce something back. You say, hey, what's good? Your higher self is gonna be like, hey, what's good, man? And then you're just gonna have this conversation with yourself, and it's not like some like fucking psycho type shit. I'm saying like, bro, like it's actually fucked. Like you could actually learn stuff from your higher self, which now you could build upon that to get to your higher self. Because again, like
Yeah.
what he was saying, higher self is you actually fulfilling your purpose. You know what I mean? Your higher self. That's where you want to be. Is your higher self, right? Everybody has a higher self. A lot of people don't want to get there because they're too ignorant to the idea, or they just honestly, quite frankly, don't want to get there, right? And
I don't know about you, but I'm mad hungry to get to my
oh,
higher self,
facts.
to
Oh,
step into my
facts.
power.
Facts.
I
Hundred
ain't not
percent.
gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
Facts. 100%. And I feel like if more people start waking up to the idea that, bro, we're all gods in our ways, and we all have a higher self, and if we all can achieve that, we're fucking powerful, man. So, but yeah, I think this was pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.